Hey guys, assalamu alaikum, welcome back to another video. And I just decided to make another video on this fight. What a fight it was. Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk 2. Alexander Usyk came out on top. I had it just came out on top by 2 rounds, but both fighters did really well and the fight lived up to the expectation. Brilliant fight. Anyway, I've talked about the actual fight in my previous video, so if you do want to go check that out, it will be on my channel, so you can go have a look at it. But I just want to talk about what happened after the fight with Anthony Joshua. So obviously it showed him dropping the belts and stuff. Again, he shouldn't really do that, but you know when you lose such a big event on the world stage like that, and the frustration inside of you, the anger inside of you, the sadness inside of you, and the disappointment inside of you, it can come out in the wrong way sometimes. And fair play that he did come back into the ring, and after storming off, he did come back and speak. I just wanted to talk about how amazing that interview and stuff was, the speech. It's stuff I've never seen Anthony Joshua do. I don't think I've ever heard him swear, I don't think I have heard him swear, and if I have, I literally can't remember it. So it was crazy to hear him say that, and it was very weird. It looked like he was losing the plot, and he just lost himself at times. It felt like that and looked like that. But he gave his props to Usyk, and you've got to say fair play, because when you listen to his story and stuff, when you hear what he said, I'm not just a normal amateur boxer not just a normal guy that went in the gym at 5 years old and started fighting amateur and stuff like that. Along the lines of that, I was going to jail and this and that, and I came out, I wanted to train, I was working my ass off for it. Stuff like that. He was talking about that, and you've got to give respect to that. Boxing is not an easy sport to get into. You've got to really put in a lot of hard work, because it is one of the hardest sports out there. If not the hardest. It is really difficult to learn, and these two fighters have put everything in there. What AJ said throughout his speech, rather, it was wow, because you don't see that stuff happen every day. And these events, these big fights, only happen once every maybe few years when fights like this happen. It was a brilliant fight, and the way AJ spoke, again, some people might think, why has he done this? He's taken the spotlight off Usyk. Listen, man, sometimes when you bottle stuff up for too long, it comes out exploding. Like when you shake a bottle of Coke, let's say, or Pepsi, whatever. If you shake a bottle of Pepsi and you leave the lid on, when you take it off, it all comes flying out, it splashes out. And that's what happens with human emotions sometimes as well. Seeing that maybe this is the true personality of AJ, where he's had to keep it inside himself, and then how he's finally just come out and shown, right, maybe it's enough is enough of keeping stuff inside of him. He's come from a tough background, and for him to be making this money, making life better for him, it's brilliant. It's inspiring to see how he went from going in jail and stuff to becoming the world champion. I know loads of other people have done it as well, but it is something really special, and we saw that tonight. He has so much passion, AJ. He has so much passion for the sport, because a lot of people from the outside won't know, but how much work you have to put in for boxing. It's something special. He's something special. He is really great. And I know a lot of people will be like, he's not even that good, he's average, they're way better fighters than him. It doesn't matter, man. What he is an inspiration. Of this era, I think he is probably the best fighter in the heavyweight division. That's just my opinion. He's my favourite fighter, and he's probably one of my favourite boxers of all time, because, I grew up with him. He was the fighter that I grew up watching and admiring. Do you know what I mean? He was the one I got to witness live. Obviously, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, you hear stories about them and stuff, and they are great. Muhammad Ali, the greatest. I love him. Mike Tyson, one absolute great. But when you grow up with a certain fighter, you feel that connection differently with that fighter. And AJ's one of them for me, where you grow up with him. Like Tyson Fury, great fighter. I like him. I really do like him. But the connection I've had with AJ is different. You know, I've grown up watching him fight. So if this is the end for him, which I don't think it is, I think there are other fights out there for him to take. Dillian White, the rematch, Deontay Wilder. There are big fights there for him. But, you know, once he's gone, that's going to be a big part of my boxing childhood gone, because growing up watching him, do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people will understand what I'm talking about. It's like when Messi retires, I'm going to be there like, I grew up with him. He was the greatest player in my generation. Or when Mo Salah retires. Do you know what I mean? Or some stuff like that, where you grew up with these people. When KSI or the Sidemen, maybe they stop making YouTube videos or they retire or whatever, you know, you'll be like, wow, I grew up with these lot. I grew up with this. That's how I feel to AJ, and that's why you've got to give respect as well to any fighter who gets in the ring. So yeah, I just wanted to have a little talk about that. But you guys are free to let me know in the comments down below. I do love reading comments, so I love reading other people's opinions and comparing them to mine, or just looking at what other people think. So whatever you want to say about this, please leave it in the comments down below. I hope you all enjoyed the fight, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please let me know what other videos you'd like to see. But yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Let me know in the comments what other videos you want to see, your thoughts on this fight, your predictions for JJ's fight next week, and your thoughts on what happened after the fight with AJ's speech. I love making these videos because, you know, I can get my thoughts across as well. But in the comments, it's nice when you lot get your thoughts across to me. So yeah, guys, please like, share, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, goodbye. Come on, AJ. Come on, AJ.